Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you guys are doing great today, because I've had a bit of a rough week. I'll be honest with you. Oh, and something just crashed on me. That's not ideal. And welcome back to the stream here. I had a week and a half. If you guys are regular followers of mine or watch regularly, you'll know that I actually didn't stream last week at all. There was a good reason for it. I know I've talked in other streams and stuff like that about my computer. It had a few issues, but it still worked great. And I'm one of those people that I don't want to really replace anything until I have to. It's budget-wise, just kind of want to keep it, trying to keep stuff going like that. But, unfortunately, so I streamed Friday. This would be the 28th, I believe. And, everything was fine. Got it Saturday morning. Computer was working fine all day. And about probably 11:30 this... By the way, I want to tell a little bit of a story before we get into the game. I'm trying to pull the game up on the screen, and it was having a few issues. And got up Saturday evening, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock. The computer decided to blue screen on me. It locked up blue screen. I'm like, oh, that's not ideal. But it's done this before. But I'm like, okay, it's probably just something simple, basic, that it didn't like. And for some reason this thing is not liking this, not liking the game. So I'm like, all right, well, I didn't really feel like dealing with it on Saturday night, so I'm like, I honestly, when I restarted the computer, it's still blue screened. It may have went right to a blue screen. So I'm like, okay, game is, or not the game messed up, but the this probably the CPU decided to die. So unfortunately, that's what it did. And so I decided, I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and rebuild it, and I'll tell you about that while we play the game. But I finally have the game up. There, well, thought I had the game up. I forgot I do have to change this because we are playing a new game. We were, oh, that's the wrong camera here. Well, that's an issue. I don't even see a game capture thing on here, so this is going great so far. So what I actually had to redo a lot of my OBS settings. It imported a lot of them, but I've noticed that some of these aren't actually getting to where they should be. So let's see if I can finally get this. There it goes. Civilization 6, everybody. This is a game I actually was playing quite a bit while my computer was down. I'm going to turn this down a little bit too, because it's a little loud. I did play this quite a bit while my computer was having issues, just because I did want to get a little practice with it, and I think it's a fun little game to play. Let's go ahead and single player, and we'll hit create game. Now, I'm going to select, I actually was tempted to play Catherine, because she actually gets spies pretty early. You know what? Why not? Let's do that. Why not? Because that seems kind of interesting. I was going to do Theodore Roosevelt, but you know what? I kind of like this. So let's actually go to advanced setup, because I do want to set up a little bit different than what the kind of the base game would kind of want it. I like playing on continents, give us a good land mass, and stuff like that. I think that'll work out really nice. See, I can play starting with Earth, like just the Earth locations, true start and everything. I kind of like playing this one, the continents, because it does give you something a little bit different here. And there, Tim. I see Tim's joined the chat. Tim, how are you doing today? Just setting up a game of Civilization 6. We're going to set it into 9 to 10 city-states. Seems like that's a good number. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to cut this back to about 5 players. And we'll add 6. So if we want to do teams 3 and 3, whatever you want to do it. I felt like the way when I was playing this in 500 turns, it seemed like this was a good mount. Leader pulls everything. I don't want. It should be defaulted that that doesn't choose the same leader, which is fine. Natural Wonder, World Age. So we'll want everything. Let's not do a score victory because that's with timeout. I'm okay with no religious victory. So either we have to do a cultural victory, which means our culture is the best one in the world, which would be kind of hard to do. You can do a science victory, which I find it's not the easiest to do, but it can be done. Or a domination victory. Literally, you just kill everybody else. And then I kind of like that one. So limit turns by game speed. We'll do custom, make sure it is 500. We actually can't do more. Maybe I might. I thought about doing more. You know what? Let's do that. Let's turn it up to 800. I find like 500 seems to be a little much. So I'll take this. Oop, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Done. There we go. So I had to update it on Twitch, so now it does say 800. It should say 800 turns. No teams. I'm okay with teams. No duplicate civilizations. I want to make sure that was on. 800 turns. Huge continents, but only 6 leaders. 10 city-states. I do want to start on the Prince. While I do like this game, it's a little tough, but it can be a little tough. Well, let's hit start game, and we will start our little Civilization 6 playthrough. So they're going to talk a little bit. I'm kind of reading through these. I don't know what she gets special. Looks like she gets Catherine's flying squadron has one level of diplomatic visibility greater than normal with every civilization that she meets. Receives a free spy and an extra spy capacity with the castle's technology. All spies start as agents with a free promotion. That's actually a pretty good one. The Grand Tour, 20% of production towards medieval, Renaissance, and industrial era wonders. Tourism from wonders of any era is 100%. It's actually pretty good. And you also get the Garde Imperiale, which is probably the Imperial Guards, if I had to guess. I'll be honest with you, I've never had this game be ready to play before the narration was done. That was pretty impressive. And we have a chateau. Which is just a unique upgrade we can do. Alright, cool. So we are good to go here. I'll talk about what happened to my computer. We'll get our town set up, because there is going to be, especially towards the beginning, it is a very slow game, it can be. However, this looks like a really good spot to put. Yeah, I like that. And also they say there's a city-state nearby, so that's always a good thing, which is nice. So, talking about my computer, so we were up to the point where my computer had died Saturday night. So, Sunday, got up, I actually got my COVID shot that day. I think that's after my COVID shots when everything went wrong, I should say. So, went to Micro Center, picked up some new parts, and it was kind of funny. I was looking online because a lot of times Microsoft does run some like pop-up deal and stuff like that, and things like that. So I wanted to actually see what they had on sale. And they actually had a Threadripper on sale, an AMD Threadripper. I think I actually have it listed somewhere, which I actually want to create a list of all my computer parts that I'm using on my new computer. So you guys, because I know somebody asked about it last time, so I figured it would be a good time to do so right when I build the new one. So we're going to build a scout first, because I think a scout's going to help us try to figure out where in the world we're at in the world. And let's see here. Do we want to do mining? Mining might not be a bad one, because we have all the stone here. We do have this marble here as well. Actually, I'm kind of liking where we settled. We're right near these big mountains here, so it's going to be a little hard to actually come this way to attack us. These rivers will provide us more food and things like that. So yeah, I think this is a good little place to start. So, go to Micro Center, pick up my Threadripper, which, funny enough, if you go to Micro Center, they actually don't, they kind of almost, not that it's bad. I love Micro Center, you know, I've been there many, many of times. But they actually were trying to talk me out of getting a Threadripper. And I think not that they were trying to talk me out of it, but they know that a lot of people think, oh, you know, they want the best and, you know, greatest out there, but not everybody needs a Threadripper. And they asked, it was hilarious, 2 people asked me this question, like, well, what are you doing with a Threadripper? Because are you just doing gaming? Because he goes, if you're just doing gaming, a Threadripper is actually not the best one to use. Like, well, I do game quite a bit. I stream here. I did tell him that, but I'm like, but I also do a lot of video editing. I do 3D modeling. I also do some. I'm working. A lot of people know I did get my 2-year degree in software development, and I do a lot of that on this computer and things like that. And they're like, yeah, you actually might need a Threadripper. You actually might be one of the few people who would actually need one. Look at that. So, we actually found this little village. Those villages are awesome, because they'll just give you random stuff. This one actually gave me a scout, which is awesome. I can just send him out, and I'll send him on automatic exploration. He'll go out and scout things out for us and see what's going on. I actually really like finding alien villages. So I got the Threadripper. They actually, unfortunately though, they actually didn't have a motherboard that would support it, and I got the Threadripper on quite a big discount, probably about $500 discount, because I don't know why. It was just on sale that weekend. Honestly, I have no idea why. So I, in turn, was like, hey, I need to get a motherboard. Well, the only 2 motherboards they had available were both out-of-box sales. Now, if you ever go to Micro Center, out-of-box sale is pretty simple. Whatever they are... I'm going to run these guys back because these are barbarians. So we'll pause my story first. We'll talk about barbarians. Barbarians are actually it's not a player character, but they're not a civilization. Essentially, their whole goal is just to cause trouble the entire time, and they're pains in the butt sometimes. But that is okay. We can work with these guys. So essentially, the scouts will come up, find our city, and then they'll report back to the nearest barbarian outpost. We can try to kill them, or we can just defend against their attacks, which shouldn't be too awful. I think I'm going to try to attack them, though. Which, scout on scout, it probably won't do too much, but we'll lose about the same amount of health. Maybe a little more on my guy, but that's not ideal, but it happens. So, get this motherboard, and you're taking a little bit of a risk when you buy a motherboard out of box. And honestly, I've gotten parts out of box sales before, and I've had no problems with them. But for some reason, this one I guess did. So what happened was I got all my parts, came home, installed the whole thing in the computer, and keep in mind, I left from Micro Center about 2, got home about 3:15. Working through my computer, and I want to see what do we want to build next. Actually, this wouldn't be terrible to do that. And so I'm building my computer, and something's not, or it's going together, but it's rough. And when I say rough, the old case I had did not, it was a smaller case. It wasn't really built for anything like, it had some small level of water cooling, but it wasn't anything massive. It would fit the card in, but if you put anything bigger than like a double radiator in it, it was having issues. And it just, unfortunately, it was not a good setup. And so, oh boy, we've already meeting our first civilization, which is, what, Athens, maybe? To the south here. I don't know what that is. I don't know who she is. I don't remember. Scythians? Okay. Sounds good. If they stay to the south there, I'll be okay with that. And I'll stay to the north here. But I put it all together, and this took a while for some reason. I'm talking, this thing took probably 3 hours to try to get together. I don't know why. Well, I kind of do. Parts wouldn't fit. Screws were kind of hard. I had to keep taking things out to put the screw something down and then put them back in. Originally, the cooling didn't want to go in. Finally, it did. So the first big problem I had was I was working on. You know what? Actually, I want that one. I was working on the processor, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I don't have a heatsink. And I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, I don't have a heatsink at all. And so this is probably 5:30 that night, and the Micro Center closes at 6, and that's kind of the really only big computer store they had around here. So I'm like, all right, well, I got to run down to Micro Center, and it's about a half-hour drive. So I go, I don't say screaming down the highway, but I was moving a little bit quicker than I would like to have. I get to Micro Center pretty much like 10 minutes before they close. But I'm like, you know what? I need to get this part if I want to get this computer done tonight. And so I finally get to, I'm getting back to the heat sinks. I'm looking around, and I really don't find one that's built for my processor. And so I asked one of the guys there, I'm like, hey, I've got this processor. I'm looking for a heat sink for it. And he goes, okay, well, I'll help you look. He goes, he didn't care. I know this guy. He's a good guy. And we looked for probably about 10 minutes, and we couldn't find one. And then kind of the manager came over and asked what I was looking for and things like that. And I'm like, well, I'm looking for this a heatsink for this processor. I'm looking for an air-cooled one. And they're looking around. They're like, yeah, we can't find anything. And even in their system, they're like, there was one heatsink that they had, and it was out of stock, and they didn't know when they were going to get it back. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I have to do then? And so I had to go water cooling, and I've never built a water cooled computer. But I finally broke down this time and actually made one, and so essentially it's an all-in-one. It just cools the processor. So this is when I found out that the radiator actually won't fit in my case. I actually had to go find a drill out holes in it, and tighten it down. It was in there, but it was just, and then getting the power source in there, trying to get all the cables in there, it was just, essentially my form of cable management is that I managed to put all the cables in the case. That was my cable management. And so I'm like, all right, well, this isn't great, but this is what I got. So I wanted to go turn the computer on. I plugged everything in, hit the power button. I got nothing originally. I'm like, well, that's not good. I mean, when I say I got nothing, no power, no lights, anything. So I'm like, great, something's not wrong. Right. Well, thankfully the motherboard actually has a power button on it, which is a little weird. Never had one of those before. But this one does, and I hit the power button and it came on, but I got no display or anything. This is at this point probably midnight Monday morning, and this was Memorial Day, so I actually had the day off. And so I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm done playing around with it. I figured out that I actually had the power button wired wrong, which does happen. Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't. Actually, that's a really nice one to have. We're about to get that third tile too. And so I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm just going to go to bed because I'm tired of dealing with this thing. So, I'm like, okay. I get up Monday morning, doing a little troubleshooting on it. I'm like, what could be wrong or anything like that? And it giving me a RAM error. Or a DRAM error, which is dynamic RAM. Ooh, it's a fancy word that your RAM's having issues. And I couldn't figure out why. Kept switching it around. I played with it for about an hour. Come to find out that there is certain slots that the motherboard wants your RAM in if you're running a dual channel. That's what I'm doing. I've got 2 RAM sticks, and there's 8 slots on the motherboard, which is quite a bit. But I'm running 2 channels, so I have to put in 2 specific channels for it to work properly. And that's okay. Once I figured it out, it wasn't too hard. Well, the problem is that I put one in, and it went in fine, no problems. But the problem is with the second one, the hoses for the water pump for the processor was in the way. So I had to take the whole water pump out, turn it, and then put it back into the computer. And so I put the RAM in. I kept playing around with it. Nothing would work. At this point, I was not having a good day. Still didn't get it to work. And so come to find out that the motherboard I actually got from Microsoft was, I think, bad for whatever reason. I don't know because it wasn't an out-of-box sale. So it's very possible that when it was returned to Microsoft, it was not it was still faulty, and that's why it was returned, but for some reason it got back on the shelf. I don't know why. I'm not blaming Microcenter at all for that. That's just, it happens. So I'm like, all right, well, I've got to do something. So I went on Newegg because Microcenter was completely out of motherboards for the Threadrippers. And so I'm like, all right, well, I am going to go to Newegg. I've never ordered from Newegg. I'm like, I'm going to order my motherboard from them. So I ordered it on, this would have been, oh boy, this looks fun. Did not expect all of a sudden they have a small military coming after me, but it happens. You know what? Let's pause. I'll pause the story. Let me see if I can buy some slingers. Let's go ahead and buy those just so that I have a little bit of a military setup now. See if I can actually attack these guys and not get my butt handed to me. I can't move them or anything, which is unfortunate, but I can. I'm gonna move my settler, but I don't know where I want to put him yet. Right there. That wouldn't be a bad spot for a second city. However, I don't have... They can come out and attack him really quick. So I'm going to start moving my settler up there. It's going to be a little while before he even gets up there, so fair enough. And I'm going to create another warrior just so that I have a little bit more of a military built up. So I go on Newegg that afternoon, and I'm like, all right, I've got to order a new motherboard because at this point, I'm like, something's not right. I need to order a new one. So I did. Ordered it. It worked. You know, it started working pretty well. It wasn't. You know, I had some few issues ordering it, but so far. But I also rushed it. So it would be here by Wednesday. The other cool thing is they actually had a case that I've been wanting. This case is it's a Thermaltake AT2020 or AHT. Oh, I got that wrong. Backed it up. I got to mix up the microphone. It's called a AHT600. You can go look it up. It's actually one of their more popular models. I was like, you know what? I really do want this case. It looks neat. And they actually had it on sale for $250. I'm like, great. I'm going to go ahead and order it. Be done with it. Because I think that was the other problem that I had was I didn't have enough room in my old case. So I went through and got it. Ordered the case or everything. Well, the next day I was going to return the motherboard, and so I was looking through my emails, and I'm like, "Hang on here." It sent me an email that says, "Hey, thanks for your order. Your pre-order has been processed." And I'm like, "Hang on here. I didn't pre-order anything." Come to find out that the case was on back order. Like, okay, no big deal. I contacted them and I'm like, hey, I'm just kind of curious. You know, it looked like these were ready to be shipped and everything. I'm just kind of curious where they're at. And they're like, yeah, they didn't get them from the manufacturer, and it's going to be, he goes, I'm like, okay, like fair. How long is it going to be? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? He goes, or 2 or 3 days. She goes, no, it's probably gonna be like 6 to 8 weeks. I very quickly ended the chat. I thanked them. I wasn't mad at her or anything, but after that I ended the chat and decided to cancel that order. So I had to go to Thermaltake and order it from them. And I'm like, all right, well, they have them in stock. I'm just gonna order it from them. Won't have to worry about it then. And I'll get my case by Friday because I paid for the 3-day shipping. Ordered it on Tuesday. You would think it'd be here by Friday. Guess what? It wasn't here by Friday. According to Thermaltake, because they don't consider Friday a business day, or sorry, they don't consider Saturday a business day, they didn't have to pay for the extra shipping to have it delivered on Saturday. So it sat, funny enough, about a block from Microcenter for 2 days. And I was a little upset with that. Maybe... To me, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I hit the wrong button there. I need to get that guy out of there, though. But to me, though, that should have been something they, say, hey, this is technically what our rule is. I was a little upset with that one. But I finally got it all together on Monday afternoon. And I got home about 4:30, and by 9 o'clock that night, my computer was up and running again. So, unfortunately, faulty motherboard, some people not shipping things like they should, and things like that, kind of mess some things up. Which is unfortunate, because I was really looking forward to streaming this week. I wanted to start this. And I spent the last 36 minutes talking about my computer problems. But you know what? At least you guys know now. And we can get on to some civilization.
Your Grace.
When wasteful war.
I do need to get... So I've got my second city almost ready to go. They hopefully will be ready here soon. Fingers crossed. I think we're going to go ahead and go with the ancient walls here, because essentially what it is, we've already got 33 turns in, and what I've been reading is that I'm going to put the city there, and then I'm going to put the city here. What I keep reading is that you should always have, by like turn 75-ish, you should actually have 3 cities going. And right now, I don't quite have that. It's not too bad of a, not too bad off, but still, it's getting to, it's like we're getting there. It just might take us a little bit. Especially with these barbarians around, it might take us a little bit longer just because we're having more issues. You know what? Let's have this guy go north. Trying to get him to a point. Trying to get him to a point where I can heal that guy, because that guy's going to need some healing. I don't really want to... Do I want to attack here? Yeah, I do. Maybe next turn I'll be able to attack with both guys. Oh, they're running. How novel of them. So don't move there. Cancel. There we go. I want to see if I can maybe put a builder up here. Can I purchase a builder yet? I cannot. Just have these guys fortified there. Looks like we found another Indian village and some more barbarians. Of course we have. So those guys are actually heading towards that new city. See if we can get our guys there first. Worst case... Ooh, good lord. There's a lot more there. Well, that's not ideal. We can actually probably purchase a unit. Have them ready. Oh boy. Alright, well, they're already attacking my scout, which is not ideal. I was hoping the barbarians wouldn't be this pervasive, and they just killed that scout. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Let's go with riding. Let's have that guy fortify and heal. This guy's just going to fortify there. These guys will move as fast as they can up to here. What I also need to do, how much is a trader? Traders are 190 gold. We might wait and get a trader. I don't know yet. The reason I say we get a trader is that a trader, we can actually build roads, and the roads will actually help my units move faster and things like that. So that might be a bad idea. They got there a lot faster than I expected. There's a lot more of them than I expected.
We have recent
Writing means
it's not ideal to be sure. Get the wheel going here. Can we move? Yes, we can. So if we can get a first attack in, see if we can really injure. Maybe try to kill that guy first. Maybe try to help fortify the town a little bit. I don't know yet. And of course, they bring the slingers in, of course. We can probably go ahead. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. We can purchase a warrior. Let's go ahead and do that. Because if not, I have a feeling we would have probably lost this town. Let's fortify those guys until healed. Let's get early empire going, because that will help us quite a bit. Let's see here. Do we want to go with... We can go with a campus. I'm okay with a campus. I like. Ooh, if I wait one more turn, I can actually put it there. It gets a little bit of a bonus. That's what it gets. If you put a research center near a mountain, you actually do get a bonus for it. Let's go ahead and get a monument, and get a little more culture going. I got a feel we might lose these guys, maybe. No, we actually beat back the barbarians. Awesome. Fortified. They were fortified. That does help when you're attacking, or when you're defending. If you're fortified, it actually gives you a little bit of a defense bonus. But we did, since those guys were moving, we do get a little bit of a bonus there. So I think we should be okay. We might need to go clear out. Oh, looks like they already cleared this camp. Alright, never mind then. I'm okay with that. We also probably need another settlement going. Oh wow, already. Oh wow. Looks like one. Is that the British? Hold on. Because this was a city-state originally, and it looks like it's been taken over by the English. Not really a surprise, but so we should have. I don't think we're ready to attack them quite yet, but we will be here soon. And now we can try. Hopefully, we can try to focus on getting a builder here, because those guys could really use one. We can put a farm here. We can put a farm here, and then put I actually put a lot of mines down here. So, well, eventually we can put some mines down here to help with some productivity. Ooh, if we can promote him though, so you get a promotion. They actually do heal as well, so that is nice. So we'll attack across the river here and kill that guy. We will need to heal these guys though, but that is okay. Can we go ahead and augment exploration? We can. Ooh, we got some archers here. Not a big fan of archers, but I mean, I like them, don't get me wrong, but I do need some. But hey, it happens.
Don't reinvent the.
Now, I know some people on here are going to say, hey, they're a little more experienced Civilization players. I get that. You know, I haven't played this too much. I mean, I've played a couple, about 8 or 10 games. So I don't know every little strategy to know what there is about this game, but fair enough. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and build a builder here. And we'll get another settler going over there because we could use it. He's not really in danger, but ooh, hold on. He could just poke that guy and be done with that camp. I didn't know he was that hurting, and if that's the truth, we can clear those guys out pretty quick. That'd be awesome. Might take out a barbarian fortification with a spearman. That would be funny.
It was luxuries like air.
Let's go ahead and take out these guys here before I forget. There we go. These also guys get experience for this, so we can level them up later and kind of help us with other things like that. So the first thing I actually want to do is go for this. So we need to get state workforce, and then we can get political philosophy. We actually can choose a government then, and that's something that's actually really important very early on in the game here. You know what? Let's go for a trader, and then we'll do a builder, and we can start building some of these. Like over here, that's just free. That's free production here that we could be using. And that would be really nice to have. Boom. And he's gone. Oh boy. Well, I stepped into a whole bunch of stuff there. But that village is down, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. And hopefully they will... Oh, wow. They gave us a bunch of gold per turn. It looks like 200 gold per turn. Why? I have no idea. What concerns me is that if they're running that much money, like if they're that well off, it's a little worrying, unless I have them as an ally. If I have them as an ally, that's okay. Kind of the other issue I'm seeing here is that we're running a little low on food. Both places could use more food, of course. So, we'll see how this goes. We got our trader, so let's go ahead and send him to Rowan. I guess that's how you say that.
In addition to bringing riches to our...
Yeah, so it'll say we can develop roads. And also, getting a trader actually helps us with some other stuff as well. which is kind of neat. Let's go ahead and build a builder. It's only taken 4 turns now, which is awesome.
We are, by the grace of God, Victoria.
And there is Queen Victoria. That's who I thought this was. So the French and the British don't usually get along. This is going to be quite fun, especially with us being this close. Let's go ahead and fortify these guys just kind of outside of this town here. I will move one of these guys to our new town once we build it. There might be coastline. If that's true, I'm gonna send a guy over here. If this is truly coast, like ocean coast, then it actually would not be a bad place to put another town at. Just because then we can actually have like sailing, things like that. That'll be actually really nice. Look at that. Iron right next to our first city. Cannot get any better than that. We'll probably need to find at least one more. Like there. Oh, that's no there. Well, is this truly ocean though? If that's truly ocean, which it looks like, the more I look at it, it might be. Putting a city here would actually be really beneficial. We can get ivory there, iron there, and we do have our ocean. We'll have a port essentially. That would be really useful. Let's go and get a settler going, because I want to get to a coastal town so we can have all the stuff we can use there.
A strong economy.
So we got state workforce. We can go ahead and hit political philosophy, so we can actually get our first government technically settled. Right now, we're technically considered a tribe, even with some okay-sized cities. We're considered a tribe, but that is okay. Let's go ahead. We can put a mine down here. We'll put. Forgot we don't have sawmills yet. Now the sawmills can be a little bit nice to have, but we don't have those yet. Do we want to build a campus? Would not be bad here. Well, maybe a little bit. Thinking about maybe buying this piece of land and putting the campus, our first campus there. So let's actually go with a water wheel here. That'll help boost our food production and our food and our just production in general. And this does look like a coast here. I need to get another scout going too, but that's kind of beyond the point there, or besides the point, I should say. Let's get another farm. Let's get a farm going here and probably a mine, maybe one of those mines, because we don't have one of those resources yet, and I misclicked there. And we need to get at least 6 farms going. Essentially what I'm saying, it's like, you know, I know we need to get this going and this going. Essentially what I'm saying is that I know, it's not ideal to get one there, but all right. Glad I explored that far north, though. Let's go and put a mine here. The reason I say we need to get some more farms going is that the feudalism... Let me get a drink real quick, too. Excuse me. The feudalism civic that we're working on here actually requires you to actually have... Well, it doesn't really require... But you need to have, I think, 6 farms. If you don't, it takes like 16 turns to get that one going. So it's a little bit of an issue, but do we want to go irrigation? We really don't have anything that we can irrigate right now. But I wouldn't mind having the swordsman, which is the upgrade for the warriors. So let's do that. Wait till next turn, I guess. You guys are moving around there. I think we're going to put our settlement probably right here or right here. Maybe right here, just so we have a coastal town. That'd be kind of nice. You can see our road going out there. It looks certainly pretty good so far. We do have an issue with Rowan. Needs more houses. I'll have to do that here shortly. So there is that. We'll also get this mine going. I think, well, that's the 3. We'll do the mine here. That'll give us a little more production as well. These builders here, I'm just going to put a farm up. And we'll go ahead and fortify right here, because I got a feeling that's probably where I'm going to put my town at. And then we're going to go ahead and put the guys up there.
Please accept my warmest thanks for you.
Okay. I don't know who who I want to friend. Do I want to friend the people to the south, or do I want to help the English, which is a little bit odd for the French to say that, but you know, it's fair. The builder here, let's go ahead and have him go over to that wheat field. He'll actually get some bonus food for that. Thinking right there. It's going to take him 7 turns to get over there, but I think that'll be a good spot to put it. What else was I going to do? I need to choose a civic. Games and recreation is not a bad one. We can start creating entertainment complexes, as well as we get insulate, which helps with housing. Or let's actually go with this one. This will allow us to build a theater square, which helps with our culture. And culture we need to use to actually get more civics. We also need to choose a production area here. Let's actually go ahead and just purchase that plot, and we'll go ahead and put the campus there. Because the campus will help with research, and we do need that. But now, we actually can choose our governments. So we can either choose the autocracy, we can choose the classical republic, or the oligarchy. Honestly, I like the classic republic. It does give me more bonus for great people. Those great people we actually can get. Let's kind of choose. These great people actually are like they'd be the famous people of whatever category is they go. It's either an engineer, a merchant, artist, musician, you know, whatever it is. You actually can get these people throughout the game, and they actually give you some really great stuff. So I'm going to go with the Classic Republic. The other ones give you plus 20% to combat experience. I'm hoping not to do too much combat right at the beginning. The other one is you get plus 10% on on wonder production, which we will do some wonders here, but I feel like we can actually kind of counterbalance that with other cards, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So we are switching up to the Classical Republic. Here are all these cards. So something I do like to do, I actually like going to, let's see here. Since we're working on settlers quite a bit and builders, I do like putting these two in. So I'll put 50% to, let's take that one out. So I get 30% production towards all builders. Later on, we actually get one that does like 50% and also gives our builders plus 2 building. So instead of making only being able to upgrade 3 tiles, I can upgrade 5, which is incredible. So the first one, the other ones we do, this is diplomatic ones. So these are envoys. Envoys are people you send to your city-states, and your city-states will give you stuff for them. I actually kind of like this one to start out with. The first envoy I send to each city-state actually counts as 2. So that's actually a really good one. And then this is a wild card one. I can put anything I want to here. Now, a lot of these I usually actually use for military early on. But I'm thinking actually, since I want to kind of stay away from military right now, I'm actually going to do plus 1 production to all cities. Or do I do the ancient and classical wonders one? That actually might not be a bad one to do. Let's actually try it. This is kind of a newer setup I usually do. But you know what? I'm willing to give it a try to see what happens. Because the worst that can happen is we fall apart. No, so England's already not liking me. Alright. Let's get the last farm built there. So we do have irrigation that we can do now. I think it's a research we do later. And I think if we put these 2 farms up, that'll be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 farms, and we need 6. So we'll have to put one more up somewhere. We can probably put it like right here. I'll give us our 6. It's not bad. Unfortunately, though, I think, oh, our trader can just walk right through there. Cool. Or not a trader, our settler there. What I'll do is here, once we get to here, I'm going to actually link these 2 together so they'll walk together. And that, essentially right now, if a settler is attacked by somebody and there's nobody guarding it, it'll just be captured and they'll get a free settler unit. So I usually will have a warrior or a scout walk with them, just because it's a little bit easier that way. So we do this, and then we hit the link button, so they'll be linked together, and now we can actually start heading out. It's going to take another 5 turns to get there, but that is okay. But it seems like so far we're at turn 63. We're taking, what, 7 turns to get to our new area? So by about turn 70, we'll actually have our first 3 towns built, which is a good pace, I think. Now, whether that's going to be true or not, we'll see. But that scout actually found one of our towns and is actually going to alert these barbarians up here. So I'm like, you know what? Let's see if we can actually get rid of that scout before he gets up there. Also, there's an Indian village there. We probably need to go
Everything has
scout.
its limit.
Let's go ahead and do that while we're here. Get those guys moving again. Let's see here. Anything else going on? I don't really see anything else going on right this second, so we'll go ahead and choose some more research. Irrigation, let's go ahead and do it since it's only going to take 3 turns now. It's not bad. This warrior unit can use an upgrade, but we'll do that here in just a moment once we get this Indian village. Alright, so it looks like they just alerted that town. Plus 1 new population. I'm not 100% sure. Unless they just give us 1 population for this town. Because this town seems a little bit bigger than I remember it being. Just a thought there. Let's get these guys moving once again. Because the faster I can get that settlement put up, the faster I can... Don't have to worry about it as much. Especially since they just alerted these guys. It's probably a good chance that they're going to send some people down after us. So we'll like to get that taken care of here. Alright, so we just got irrigation done. What do we want to work on next? I don't care about astrology, I'll be honest with you. The only thing, it leads to celestial navigation, so we will probably need that. But we're about to get this one. It only takes 5 turns, this one. But once we actually build this city, we should pretty much... It'll cut it in half. So, there we go. We get boost by... We lose 2 turns for that, so we don't have to worry about it. We have founded La Rochelle. I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be wrong about that. And this place has hardly any... what do they call it? Production at all. Which is not ideal. Let's go ahead and do ancient walls, just because this is like our frontier town now. Move this guy to there. Let's also promote this guy to a... Oh, hold on. Let's actually... Do we want to upgrade him first? Let's go ahead and upgrade him. So since we do have the swordsman now, we can actually upgrade these guys right away. We'll also probably do it to these guys too. Especially since the barbarians are coming. May not be a bad idea to actually do that. Yeah, there we go. So now we can defend our town a little bit easier that way. But these guys do have a promotion, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll do the combat strength versus melee and ranged units. It's a pretty good one to start out with. We'll move these guys over to here, because I don't know where those guys are actually going to be attacking from. So let's go ahead and move these guys over here to these sheep, and we'll defend from there. Until we can figure out where they're actually going to be at. Alright, so what do we got going on now? So this place, it's got a good amount of food right now, but it's lacking... It is lacking a bit of amenities. One of these gives us amenities. I don't remember which one it is. That actually would not be a bad one to start. Let's go ahead and do that one. So I got the Hanging Gardens. The Hanging Gardens actually provide us with more city growth, so population goes up a lot faster. Yeah, so, and the great thing is, since we have kind of advanced to like the late Roman Empire kind of deal, our units are a lot more powerful than the barbarians are. Those are the scouts and everything. So that is actually pretty nice. Move these guys back over here, because I don't see any barbarians attacking right now, so keep that staying there.
It is not that life...
Alright, so we got that gun. We're going to do astrology, not because I want to do anything... I'm not a huge fan of the religious victory. What I'm going to do is, number one, I want celestial navigation so that I can actually navigate on the water and things like that, so that'll help. So that's really the only reason I get that, so whatever. Let's see here. With our next turn here. Probably could use another settler. It would not be a bad idea to get one of those. Just so that we can try and get a little bit more of a jump start on this stuff. I'm kind of also using my guys as scout a little bit. I think we're gonna go take out this barbarian camp because right now I've got nothing else to do. So why not?
We are
We're talking about great people now. Nice. One of them I do like. I like having the great engineers. They do provide quite a bit. And same with the great scientists. They just seem like the two big ones to have. So we're gonna try to go after those pretty quickly. We got some archers approaching. We should be able to take them out pretty easily. Maybe we got 3 of the 4 in one attack there. And these guys should finish them off. Pretty quick fight. The French have finally won a battle. It's a miracle in and of itself. It looks like who is this? Vanillus. Never heard of these people. Have actually built a trade route over to us, and we get to use this road as well. So that is pretty nice of them to do that. So what do we want to do now? We could try to go... See, I'm not a huge fan of monarchies. They do have 2 combat ones, but they only have 1 of each. They do have 2 wild card ones. That's actually not terrible. But I am more of a fan of democracy. Gives me 3 economic points, which is amazing, and it still gives me 2 wildcard slots. And it's still 1 combat slot, so if I want to change up a wildcard slot to a combat slot is not bad. So I usually will do that. It's going to take us... There's 20 other civics we have to go through first. But I think we can do that. So the first thing we're going to do is games and recreation. So we'll go ahead and start getting that one going.
I don't believe in this.
Get La Rochelle. We'll go ahead and get that trade. So essentially they're going back to Rowan and then just going to La Rochelle after that. And this can cut like a turn or 2 off. Once you build the roads, it'll take like a turn or 2 off of the trade route, which is actually really nice. So it looks like, yeah, we just got kind of the basic barbarian camp here, so nothing too crazy. We do this. Or do we go with something else? Do we go with shipbuilding? This allows all land units to embark, so that means they can actually go into a ship. That wouldn't be terrible. That wouldn't be bad at all, because that's helping with housing. It's not really amenities. Let's actually go with shipbuilding. I think that's be a good one to have. We do need to get production up here, though. What I think I want to do is actually try to buy this piece of land, so that when we can build a builder out here, when we can get a builder out here, we can actually we have 2 places or 2 things of iron, so that is a good thing to have. At least normally that's a good thing to have. But we finally earned an envoy, so we can send this to a city-state. So what we can do, so this is the city-state screen. You can see here, each city-state kind of specializes in something. So the 2 we've met so far, the one I can't pronounce, actually provides culture in the capital, which actually helps with our civics. The other one's Carthage, and this one provides +2 production in the capital when producing units. So that's more combat. Since we're not really focusing on combat, let's go with the culture one. So that we can try to get some of these civics done a little bit faster. And hopefully we can meet another city-state that does like money or something like that. Because there's city-states that do. They give you like a percentage of money for every envoy you send to them, which is actually really nice. So another quick defeat there for them. Pretty nice. In hindsight, if this does lead out to the ocean, like this little inlet here, this actually wouldn't be a bad place to put a city at all. You've got water here and a river here. You've got plenty of food. You got more iron here. This actually might not be a bad place to put another city at. Once we get there, of course. I don't think we're quite ready for a fourth city yet, but it is turn 76 now. But yeah, we're pretty much right on our goal. We were on our goal to get our third city by turn 75, so that's a pretty good start to that. Actually, I need to get these guys to here. Oh, another player finished the Oracle. All right. So the Oracle is one of the wonders you can create from, I think I think it's from maybe astrology. That's what it is. But there we go. We've got that camp taken down. We got to defeat these warriors still, but that shouldn't be too hard to do. This actually, I realized this doesn't look like it leads back to the ocean unless this is like a one tile. If that is, it actually is a really good harbor that we can put a city like right here on. We should win this fight, no problem. And there we go. These barbarians have been defeated. Let's go and let our guys heal here because not a bad idea. I really kind of want to know what's around here because this actually might not be a bad place for another city once we get there. Hanging Gardens, looks like we got 7 turns left before we get those done. Letting our military rest up for a little bit before we move on to see if we can find any more barbarians or anything like that. What's in here? Okay, that's where Carthage is. We also could use some more scouts because, unfortunately, all of our scouts were killed pretty early, and it's not ideal. Oh no. So this does happen every once in a while. So what'll happen is every civilization can build these wonders, but once they're complete, nobody else can actually build them, which is rather unfortunate because that's what just happened to me. So what I'm going to do is salvage those because why didn't that? Okay, well, usually with that, it'll allow you to salvage that, and it'll take less time for other things to be built. Like you get like the production still saves, which is nice, but unfortunate because I kind of like the Hanging Gardens. It does provide a lot more population boost. That is really nice. So these guys are ready to move here. Nice little Indian village, but unfortunately that is not connected to the ocean. But that is okay. That's still actually a really nice place. Probably put a settlement here, actually, because I thought if this was ocean, great. If not, right here is probably not a bad one. Or maybe here, maybe get some of this gypsum here and the grapes here. Maybe even some salt from over here. Actually, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Anyways, so I think that'll be our next point. Once we get to that point, we'll build a settlement there. The English, though, are all over this place.
As our protests are...
Alright, that sucks.
People who cannot find...
For some reason, they decided to declare war on us when our military is the furthest point away. Alright, well, you know what? Let's not panic. First off, let's get our military down here. It'll take 11 turns for them to get down here. You know what? Let's attack here. Let's also upgrade our guys to soldiers, because these guys aren't actually the best in the world. They're just clubmen, essentially. Right. Let's change the production here. Let's change it to a archer, maybe? That'll probably help us a little bit just to get some more range combat going. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, so city range attack. We're going to have these guys attack there, see if we can kill that guy. They did. Awesome. So let's see if we can maybe take these guys out. Oh, they're ready for a promotion, so we can actually, it's a free heal, essentially. Alright, well, this is not quite what I was hoping for, but English attacking the French, not a surprise there. Nope, it's like, I had an idea. I was going to run these guys across and start attacking one of their cities. Maybe not the best idea. I think we can actually defeat them down here in Paris. So I'm going to keep running our guys down here, because if we don't, this is not going to end well for us. Can we... Okay, these guys are the ones for promotion. Great. Let's continue to work there. Cool, those guys are now dead. We'll need to promote those guys next so that they will get a free heal, essentially. Promote, do melee combat. They're almost full attack, or full health again. Let's go ahead and hit these guys, because these are the next closest. Yeah, didn't expect this. I mean, I should have expected something out of the English. Just didn't expect this.
I cannot imagine any.
All right, so now that we know where the English stand, let's go ahead and do engineering. Engineering will allow us to actually build catapults, which are pretty good at what they do. Let's kill these slingers here. Let's go take those guys out. Well, I don't think they'll take them out. They'll take some damage, though. How far are those guys away? They're still probably 8 turns. We actually might kill the English army before they get here, which I'll be okay with that. Let's do this. Can they attack across the river? They cannot. However, our archers that just got built can. And our city can do a ranged attack. Taking one more there, guy. So they're hurting. I got them back on the ropes, which a little surprised that yeah. I think it's him, because my stream's doing okay. Oh, hold on. Well, you got a little bit of a bitrate issue. It's saying that we're running a little low, but I don't see anything. It seems like it's still going okay. There it goes. Yeah. If anybody sees any like freezing or anything, let me know in the chat, because I am reading chat here. So if you do want to chat at all, we can, let me know. I don't see. On my end, it seems like everything's going okay still. Don't see anything too crazy going on. Alright, so it seems like the English have backed off a little bit, which is fine. Let's see if we can actually pursue these guys, because I don't like having these guys this close to the city. But I didn't think I don't think they thought we'd be this prepared to defend off their attack. So, fair enough. Let's do. Ooh, we can't ranged attack. We can ranged attack these guys. So essentially, we just destroy their battering ram. Battering rams are kind of like settlers, but they also can do other stuff as well. Since the English have kind of forced our hand a little bit, let's go ahead and build an encampment. This encampment will allow us to train troops with some experience already on them, so it'll be a lot nicer once we are ready for that. This is also why I wanted some extra roads, because once they hit the road system, they can fly. I mean, they can get through places a lot faster, so that'll help us quite a bit. Alright, cool. Scout is dead. Let's have these guys run back to Paris. And it looks like somebody already built the pyramids. That I didn't pay attention when this was already built. Because it'll give you like a little cutscene when they get done. So that is unfortunate that we didn't get to build the pyramids either. The English is going to have to go down.
Normal people believe.
Like, hard. Wow, they even put a town right there. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Change of tactics a little bit. These guys are going to stay in Rouen. These guys are going to come down here to Paris. I'm going to fortify these guys here and have them heal. These guys are going to fortify that town. They can also take care of La Rochelle if it comes to that. Let's get machinery going. That'll help us actually... Oh, look at that. They want to make peace now. And they pretty much want to pay reparations. Okay. Well, that is the end of the first English-French war. I won, so suck it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Have those guys go there. We'll have our military redistribute out the towns here. Let's have these guys go back to La Rochelle. It takes about 5 turns for them to get out there, so that's not bad at all. We'll keep more units down here in our capital. Kind of makes the most sense. We got a market. We can actually let's get a market going there. That'll help us get a little bit more money per turn, which will actually help us quite a bit. You know what? Actually, I take that back. Let's actually do a builder. It's going to take 5 turns there. But that builder, once completed, we can actually we'll send to La Rochelle just so that we can get some more stuff going there. Let's start doing some trading with the English. That will help us build a little bit better, maybe a little bit better, like diplomatic relationships with them. That will help quite a bit. And we keep them a little bit closer so we know exactly what they're doing. We can do open borders with them. Let's go ahead and accept that. Get a little bit more gold from them. We need to move these guys back because I accidentally moved them out there. Military training boost. We got math boost. Awesome. Let's go for... Do we want to go for a barracks? Barracks would not be a bad thing because the only other thing we can build an aqueduct because we have to have at least a population of 7, which we will have in 8 turns. So that's not too bad. We probably should build another builder here. Once we get machinery done, we can actually build sawmills, which we can put here. We can put mines here and here and here. We can put a farm here. So yeah, there's quite a few things we can upgrade right now. And up here, we actually could use some. They could use some upgrades as well. Before I forget to and accidentally spend the money, let's go ahead and just purchase that one. Also gives us a little more research, and this gives this town a little bit more production. So it's not as bad, so it'll help it a little bit. There's an English builder there. I would attack it, but I'm not being too douchey. Anyways. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to actually use one of my builders to build this pasture here. That'll actually help us get horseback riding a little bit faster, so that'll be kind of nice.
I've lived through some terrible things.
That is good for me. Let's see here. Unit needs orders. Let's go ahead and barricade them there. Move these guys over here. They'll have to wait till next turn to build that. Do that. Give us our Eureka boost for that one. Let's have them head over here to La Rochelle. And then we'll have, once these guys come up, we'll have these 2 farms built. At least those 2. We'll probably have something else. Maybe a machinery, because that'll be about the right time. Let's see here. They just got that encampment done. So let's go ahead and get builders going here. And then we'll start upgrading this area here, because I think that would be a good thing to do. The Queen Elizabeth is, Queen Victoria. Elizabeth is the current one, isn't it? I got that right? I could be wrong about that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and build another settler. Let's get that one city we were talking about up and going over here. So probably right there. Get some more production going there. We'll get some farms going over here. These guys can mine there. These guys can build the farm there. And what can we build here? Do we want to build the market? The market wouldn't be a bad one to do. We could also... The theater square actually is probably more useful. Actually, let's build it right there. The reason the theater square is kind of useful is that it gives us more culture, and that culture will allow us to get our civics faster, so we can get our governments upgraded faster, essentially. So that'll be somewhat useful. Now, the ivory itself doesn't really give us much, but it will allow us to actually get some money from there, so that'll help us quite a bit. Get a farm going there. And I don't think we quite have enough farms yet, but we want to send those guys after those crabs, because that will allow us a little bit, or that will give this town a little bit of money and also a little bit of food as well to help it grow a little bit more. There we go. We'll get those guys going there. I have kind of noticed that the bit rate on the stream is a little bit wonky right now. Could be better, but I think we're still doing okay. Let's also get more production in Paris here. Can we put a farm? We can put a farm here. Let's put a farm down there. That'll be our, I think, our 6, so we can get feudalism a little bit faster.
Invincibility line.
Alright, we've got that. We need to grow a city to 10 population, which we're not even close on. Oh, look at that. We know what Seoul is now. Seoul actually provides research, and I do like that. That actually helps us quite a bit. Help us get some stuff faster.
Our cities.
We've actually hit the medieval era. It's 150 BC. We've already hit the medieval times.
Breakdown too.
Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do horseback riding, because it takes us 2 turns to get that one going. In here, let's go ahead and get another builder. Essentially, Paris will become our big, our big town for production right now, since we really can't do much else with it. Let's also, since La Rochelle is kind of going to be behind the front line if there was another war, let's go ahead and send our guys up here, just so that we can, figure out what's up there now. Because it could be a lot of things, and we just don't know it. So we get that guy there. We get our farm. Let's get us our Eureka bonus for the feudalism civic, which would be really nice. Let's see here. So essentially, the next builder is going to build these 3 spots. We'll have as much production as we can here. Can we upgrade these guys? We don't have enough money, which is fair. We could use some space with some money, but let's get some fishing there, because that'll help a little bit. So they do have a little bit of a food boost now, and they'll hopefully will be growing a little bit better here. We can also probably, if we buy a couple of these tiles down here, if we buy these, we can get maybe these 3. They get some fish, and this is a big bonus down there, so that would help them quite a bit.
No hour of life is wasted.
All right, what do we got here? Apprenticeship is actually not a bad one. Let's go for that one. This will allow us to build industrial zones, and those provide more output for production. But they also provide us with great engineer points, so that'll actually help quite a bit. Here, though, I don't know what we want to build. So we're going to build a granary. That'll help us with some food. I am a little concerned about this thing freezing up on us. It seems like it's not doing ideal. There still might be a few settings that aren't quite right still. Which, if that's true, that kind of sucks. But, actually, there's nothing there. Let's go ahead and put an aqueduct there. That'll be actually really nice to have all that going here. Put a mine there. We'll boost our production. So have our guys fortified there. How's our settler doing? It's going to take him about 5 more turns to get up there. It's not too terrible. Let's go there. Oh boy. Yeah, boy. Those are barbarians. I thought those were the English again. But nope. Different color there. But in that case, we actually can attack these guys. And hopefully if we can defeat them, there are actually some builders there. That would actually be a nice little grab if we can get those. Kill these guys here. Didn't quite kill them. They're close, but they didn't quite die. Let's get these guys over here. Settler is going to be there next turn, so we'll get our next city going. Let's go after these guys. That really not kill them? Are you serious? Get that going there. I'm wondering if that was a English builder that they captured. It's very possible. I misclicked there. Awesome. We can range attack him from here, so hopefully that kills him. It does, so we'll be able to hopefully capture the builders next turn. Go ahead and build our city here. I'm not Avagon. I'm going to call it Avagon because I can. And we also have an upgrade to our soldiers, but we do want to have them fortified there. Research, what do we want to do next? This allows some more naval unit movement. Let's actually look up our technology tree and see what we need. This actually would not be bad, so we can actually get castles. This allows us to actually have spies, because we're the French, and we spy on people. Apparently, that was a thing. Here, though, let's actually start working on... Do we want some more builders? We could use one here to... I guess for our new town, we could use some builders. So let's do that. Let's have these guys... How are they looking at? Housing, they're okay on. Food, they could do a little bit better with. And where they're at kind of makes them vulnerable. Let's go ahead and do a mine there. You know, a trader also would not be the worst thing in the world either. Let's actually have these guys come back here. Just in case the British try to attack again. But so far, besides that little British incursion, we're actually not doing too awful bad. Yeah, I mean, this could have gone a lot worse. Let's be real. Let's also get an industrial zone going because, oh, that's a +2. I'm okay with giving up the food there for a +2. Where's the land units? That'll work for me. Of course, these guys are running. Let's move them back to Paris proper there. Move these guys there. And next turn we'll have another trader. I'll have that guy going to Abington so we can start getting a road out to there. It'll be a little bit easier on us. Trader, go to there. It's going to take 14 turns. But they'll build that road so that we can get troops and stuff like that up there a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and fortify since we're not currently under threat of war. I'm going to go ahead and keep them like that. let's see here. Campus research grant, that wouldn't be a bad one. How are we doing on some merchant? All right, so this is the great people. Some of these you actually might recognize, like Isaac Newton is one of them. He provides an instant build to a university and a library in this district, so that'd be the campus district, and also provides some of them provide different things like that. But this one builds James of St. George instantly builds ancient and medieval walls in this city. That's a pretty good one. So there's stuff like that you can get through the game, and it's actually kind of nice to have these guys around.
Create with the heart.
Let's go after castles, because or we can't go after castles yet. Why can't we go after castles? We can. I just didn't show anything. All right. This is actually another good one to have. This allows us to build. Builds an armory, which is kind of the next upgrade for our encampment, but also allows us to build military engineers, which we can build forts with. Which in this game we might need to build some forts, especially like along here. You know what? I might have to capture these guys, try to do a little bit of a loop. If that's true, Abington can have a couple builders, because they're getting kind of far away from Paris now. You know, why in the world they build a city right there? Good lord, it's a little close. Didn't expect him to build something that close to me. Good lord. Also, I realized I can't build a dock right now, which is odd. I should be able to. I can put an encampment there. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Gonna put a farm there. Let's have these guys cross the river and keep trying to capture these guys. Let's also have these guys move down here in a little more strategic position to try to capture these builders. Paris, what do we want to build here? Next turn, oh, they should have, I guess they got the research grants done. That's actually not too bad. Let's see, so we've got that built there. We can't build that's not technically a forest. Those are just, we can't build a lumber camp there, unfortunately. We can't even build one there, so let's go ahead and do that. I wonder if the wine provides food. I'm kind of curious now. Let's see here. Move these guys across to here. Let's move these guys over to help capture. Let's see what else we can do. The builders need to go over here. Or the builder. I should say there's only one, unfortunately. Probably use another builder to help build La Rochelle out a little bit better. Alright, well, I think next turn I want to capture these builders. Maybe. They could escape this way, but... Oh, they escaped right into my town here. You know what? There we go. That took a little while longer than I wanted it to. Alright, let's get these guys back to Paris. There. These guys are going back to Abington. These new builders are going to Abington as well. There we go. Taken care of. A few men-at-arms there. Let's get that builder there. So they can build a little bit faster now. Get a little bit more production. They really need food, but we'll worry about that here in a minute. But now we can actually do something here at the capital. Let's see here. We can have a +3 there for production. Is there any other better place? There's a +3 there. I can probably take out this farm. It's a ooh. Let's actually do this. So we get 2 food, but we're losing 1 because of that. But that'll let us get engineers, and those engineers will actually help us quite a bit. So I think that'll be rather nice. Everybody's moving back to where they should be. Let's see here. Let's just go to. Oh, good lord! They put a town right. They're surrounding They're surrounding Paris. What the heck? At this point, we might go back to war because these people don't know how or why in the world to build these cities here. And they're not bad locations. The only problem is they're right next to Paris. And there's Seoul. Didn't know where Seoul was, but they're right there. Let's see here. Let's get these guys there. Let's get our builders moving. I hate to say this, I might have to declare war on Britain just so that we have room to build.
The taxpayer.
Let's see here. Our swordsman is... Because I have a feeling, call it a hunch, that the English are about to attack, or they might attack again, which could be an issue. And maybe it's there's no base to it, but I don't know that for sure. It could be a big bluff here by them. Let's go ahead and fortify there. But I mean, honestly, I don't know what they're doing, and it's a bit of a worry. What I can do though is once we get this production facility up, build a couple catapults, or something like that, and maybe we actually go try to take out these two cities. And like, it seems a little warmonger-ish, but let's be real here. They declared war on us first. Let's go for some more production first. How many buildings do they have? They have 4. So they can actually take these 4, which would be awesome. 2 mines, 2 foods. That'd be a good one to start out with, at least. Let's see here. Let's fortify and heal those guys, because they could use it. Production. We'll get that going there. Here in Paris, we can get a workshop. Let's get a workshop going there. In Rouen, let's see here. We can do a workshop, which provides more engineering slots, provides more citizen slots. Or do we do a market, which gives us more gold? Let's do that. We're running a little low on gold.
Rocks in my path.
Alright, so let's go ahead and send this one to Bristol. Oh, I'm sorry, this is my spy. So this is a little bit different. So now we need to figure out where we want to put the spy at. Let's put him in Birmingham, right here. Let's go ahead and gain, so we can, he's going to take how many turns to get there? Maybe 7 turns. Actually sneak in and settle to start his spying. Let's also let's go ahead and get military engineering. Let's see here. We'll get the farm there. We'll put 2 farms here and probably a mine is what we'll do. That's probably the best way to do that. Or we can try to wait and get either the gypsum or the salt. These are both luxury goods. With the we actually got the grapes. Let's actually do that. Essentially what that can do is I can actually sell this to other players, and my people become a little more happy with that too. Which would be really nice. Let's go and fortify those guys there. The Germans have decided to show up. I don't know where the Germans are at, but they can't be any closer than the English are. I say that, and they're probably right next to my town, knowing my luck. Let's go and put a watermill there just to help with a little bit more production, as well as a little bit more food. Let's get the mine up. I think that'll be a good 4 slots to start out with that city. We can send an envoy somewhere. We'll go and send it to Seoul. That'd be nice to have. Let's see here. I'm really thinking oh, well, alright. Germans don't like me already. Alright. Just met them.
We have uncovered.
With the advance of few.
Cool. We just got feudalism. Medieval walls. Where is this at? Oh, this is in Paris. Let's do that. Because I don't know what we're about to do. This could get bad. Let's see here. So now we had the one that was the bonus to builders, but is now changed. Let's see. Right here. Newly trained builders get an extra 2 actions. I'm going to go with that one because that is a really good one to have. So it'll be up to 5 or we can get up to 5 slots at once. So it's not bad. So I hate to say this, but I think we're going to have to start preparing for a little bit of an attack here. Which is fair. I think, essentially, I'm a little upset because the English have built these 3 towns right around my, right around here. These 3. So what I'm planning to do is try to take out at least Birmingham and Bristol. If I can do that, I can connect Paris, and pretty much Birmingham and Bristol becomes just neighborhoods of Paris, essentially. And so,
build.
in that case, might be a good time to start building some different stuff. But we actually got our first great person. So this one gains 100 faith, which I could care less. We can grant 1 free copy of the luxury resource on this tile in your capital city. I'm actually going to pass on this guy. So essentially what I'll do is I'll get those points for the next one, which I think is probably going to be better, hopefully. There's a lot more ones I prefer over that one, so we'll see how this goes. So she's offering, or she wants to buy iron from me, but they'll give me 90 or 9 gold per turn for 30 turns. That's 270 gold. So I'm going to accept that. Something that is kind of nice you can do is sell some of your items like that. Like I can sell my luxury goods like the wine here. Or the crabs. I can sell crabs as well. And people want them. I can actually also have marble here, so we can sell all that. And hopefully, we can actually get this iron mine going there. And then we'll have 3 of them, so we can even sell it to other nations as well as keep at least 2 for us. So the other thing is, I saw that niter has become available. Now, niter is an interesting resource because it actually is what they use to make gunpowder. So maybe a town up here would not be bad. Can you guys go explore up here a little bit so we can see what's up there? We will need niter to make our musketmen later on. So that'll be useful. Let's see what we've got up here. Looking much. Pretty much all the plains, which is nice. I'm not complaining about that.
Without mathematics, there's nothing you can do. Everything around you is mathematics. Everything around you.
Alrighty. Ooh, this actually is a really good. If we put a town here, we can get niter in 2 places, and that would be rather useful. And it looks like this might be the top of the continent, which is possible, I would say. Let's get the stirrups one, which we get +1 food on pastures. We also get knights, so that actually would not be a bad one to do. And Paris is ready to start training some people here. Or we can actually do this wonder, which we really don't have the room for. Which we really should probably do some, but I'm trying to think, do we want to you know what, I think it's time. I think we need to start building some trebuchets. Start building up our military force a little bit, and we can start training, or we can start maybe taking over like Birmingham and things like that. Which some of these guys might have niter around them. Maybe not. But that is okay. So La Rochelle is looking for something. Let's go ahead and build. Let's build medieval walls. You know what? Take that back. Let's build. No, let's go with the workshop. The reason I want that is, if I can build a workshop there, it should help boost there. But I don't think the English would attack here. And once again, I could be wrong, but I think we'll be okay there.
We've got 4.
So now we can upgrade this guy to a man-at-arms. So we'll have a crossbowman. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Upgrade that to a man-at-arms. We have a crossbowman here. We'll have a trebuchet, and we'll eat away at Birmingham. We'll see how this goes. As to how well it's going to go, I'm not 100% sure. I want to save the game before I actually start doing the main attack. So the English are friendly with me, but good lord, they're just surrounding my people. And we just got a great general. So he gives us, this is actually Genghis Khan, so we actually get +5 combat strength and +1 movement to medieval and Renaissance era land units within 2 tiles. And grants 1 promotion level when we retire him, of course. And 25 combat experience to a military land unit. We're actually going to recruit him.
Our civilization.
That's a cool one to have. So now we have Genghis Khan on our side. Fair enough. I think we're doing okay. I think we're going to be doing okay. Alright, cool. Let's promote this guy. Steel technology. Ooh, that's actually a really good one. Let's get technologist. That'd be a good one to have. Let's see here. What do we want to build up here? Can we build a settler? It's going to take 14 turns. Why not? It won't take us. It won't take that long. It won't seem like that long. Let's do that. How long until our trebuchet is going to be built next turn? So let's start moving our military south a little bit. Let's have our guys fortified there. You can skip this turn. Okay, so our trebuchet is ready to rock. Get him into position here. Now with this one, that'd be kind of a cool one. Ooh, it gives us a military policy slot. Would not be bad. So let's get rid of this mine there. So essentially, we're trying to build that, wonder here. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know if it'll go well or not. Let's go ahead and just fortify and fortify. I know we're leaving Paris a little open, but if we need to, we can always pull our guys back. Actually, I'm going to move that guy there and move that guy to there. Skip this turn. You know what? I'm actually going to move you to Bristol. Oh. Travel to a new city. Fortify there. Alright, I guess, am I not doing this right? Move to a new city, Bristol. Alright, maybe not. Maybe he has to move back to a home city first? I don't know. Move to there. Nope. Alright, well. Actually, that's where I want the catapult to go. Never mind. Essentially, that guy's going to move there. Once we, oh, I can't. So let's just do this. Once we're ready, we will declare what they call Cosmo Lyle. Hopefully, I still have that option. I don't know if I do or not. But if I don't, we'll have an issue. But you know. Looks like they're actually got a university down here, or at least a campus district down there. Let's see where we want to go. You know what? That actually would be a nice one to have. We don't have a great scientist yet. How long do we? How long is it going to take to get us a great scientist? not long at all. We can actually probably get that here soon. Get our catapult in place there. Alright, so here's what we're doing. I'm going to save the game here. I'm not leaving yet. I'm just going to save the game. I'm going to go over to the English. Oh, I got to denounce the player first. Denounce. Because reasons. Oh, I have to wait 5 turns now. Alright, well, the rules of war are really weird. Alright, well, let's just fortify along here. Actually link Genghis Khan to those guys, and then we'll fortify those guys there. Fortify. Skip turn. Oh, alright, well. They're gonna... Alright, well, it looks like we're just gonna declare the war early.
War.
Goodbye. Alright, well, the other people don't like me, but you know what? It happens. Is it my turn? It is my turn. Let's go ahead and capture those guys, because why not? Can I really not do a ranged attack from here? Alright, so we need to move those guys up there to capture those builders. These settlers are going to go somewhere. As to where, I'm not sure, but we will find a place for them. Let's get them into Paris first. Ooh, I don't like those guys. They don't like me over here. We got some archers over here. Those are from Seoul. Ooh, did not expect Seoul to join in the fight, but alright. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and run these guys over across here. Let's do this. Let's have these guys go attack over here. And let's keep bombarding Birmingham. They're losing their shield, so it's a good amount so far. They've started losing health too. That is good. Yeah, I'm a little upset with the English. We're gonna at least teach them a lesson. We'll teach them. We'll probably take 2 of their cities. You know, that seems like a fair punishment. Might even go take Seoul. I don't know about that yet, but we'll see. Alright, this shield is now gone around. Let's have those guys just sit there. The shield is now gone around Birmingham, so that is good. These trebuchets actually is a pretty tough little thing. I didn't think it would be, but, you know. Let's also have these guys come down here. And they can actually raid that trade route once we get... you know what? Fortify until healed. Sleep for now. Don't see any movement up there, so I'm okay there. Let's go ahead and continue to bombard Birmingham. Start losing pretty much direct health now, which not a lot, but let's actually have our crossbowmen come down here. You know what? Let's go ahead and pillage this road. So that Seoul has a little harder time to getting to Birmingham. Let's go ahead and range attack these guys. They're slowly losing health. There go. What do we got? Let's go ahead and build. We'll do the ancient walls and Rowan, because if they surprise attack, you know, would not be good for us right now. Cool. So our guys found some more information in Birmingham while we're bombarding it. Oh, steel tech boost. It's gonna take 8 turns. Can we move this guy to a different city, please? I don't know, like Newcastle or something. Sleep for right now, I guess, because here soon you're not gonna be able to use that city because it's gonna be gone. Well, it's gonna be under our control. It's not gonna be gone, but you know what I mean. Think I'm a warmonger. Well, you know what? The English attacked first and started settling on my land. So you know what? It is their fault. Trebuchet, please attack there. Archers, can you range attack the city, please? Done some more damage here. Let's go ahead and see if we can move right into the city here. Not quite, but it is almost gone. Oh, look at that, our settlers already. Let's go ahead and send them up there. Still have to do some, still have to take care of our nation while declaring war. It's a very common thing for us to do. Where did these guys come from? That's a good question. Need to probably upgrade these guys a little bit. Can't really upgrade those guys. Well, that's an issue. Didn't see these guys coming. So essentially what I want to do is take over Birmingham, then declare peace. There we go. That should be the last of the health gone. And Birmingham is now ours. Keep city. Yes, we will keep that city. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can declare peace. Oh, you can do it in 2 turns. Okay. So, we just have to wait out that fight a little bit. Let's go ahead and actually nuke these guys, because I don't need them. Spy. Let's go ahead and send them to Newcastle. Confirm placement. This guy, let's go ahead. Do we need to rebuild anything? Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and get our library back going there. I'm not saying this could be an issue, but it could be an issue. Could be an issue. I'm not saying it's not, but wow, they actually completely wiped out that city. All right, you know what? Let's load this game up, because this is why I'm like, you know what? I better save the game first.
You have built great cities of stone and seen early empires rise and fall.
All right, hold on here.
Soon you will stand under the towering pinnacles of castles alongside your gallant knights.
That's not good.
That is where the story of your people will be written. Just as the young apprentice learns to carry a sword, so shall you grow to
continue this. I got a really weird message that I don't think is correct. So let me see if I need to change something here. go. I don't know what that was all about, but all right. I don't know. Sorry about this, guys. I got a notice from Apple saying that my phone number and my iMessage was being used on a different phone, and that's not a good thing. So I think I fixed it though. So I don't think it was anything malicious. It looked like my other phone kicked back on. I don't know why it would have done that, but all right. Alright, so let's not attack the English. No, I think I can attack the English. The only problem is that Vanillus is over here, and they just decided to wreck shop. Alright, so let's not focus... Well, I mean, go wrong. We're going to focus... We've got a decent military. I'm going to link these two together. I don't think we're going to go after them right now. Fortify the guys there. I mean, they're just deploying people all over this place, and it's a bit of a pain in my butt right now. Sleep. And fair enough, we do have a great relationship with the, or a good relationship with the English, so it may not be the best thing to actually go and try to attack them. Let's go ahead and run through some turns really quick here. Alright, let's send these guys over to Sheffield. Let's go to Monument. We'll do that there. Cool. Actually, let's try to do some steel technology. It's a 75% chance of working, so we'll see how that goes. And with this being this early in the game, a lot of people don't have spies yet, so I can kind of run amok a little bit. All right, let's go get that settlement going there. We're pretty much back to where we were. Essentially, when you're doing combat, it takes a lot longer for a game to progress, but when you're just kind of sitting here waiting for stuff to happen, it doesn't take nearly as long. Hopefully, we only need 2 more turns and we'll have this done. I don't like how close Bristol's getting. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You know what? Let's go ahead and do ancient walls here. Let's throw a settlement right there. Bordeaux, like it. Let's do choose a settlement, or choose a thing here. I don't know what should we do here. Maybe a granary. Just try to get some food going in there. I think we'll actually finally get our first wonder built. Good lord. Took us a while to get our first one done, but it's something.
Everything here appears calculated to inspire kind and happy feelings, for everything is delicate and beautiful.
That's great. They don't like me having a wonder. All right. Well, let's go and build an armory. We'll build an armory there. What else can we build here? We can't build a dock yet. When can we build docks? But we do have a military policy slot now. Let's do that. Maybe not. Hold on. To actually do this, maintenance reduced by 1 for all the units we have. It's going to help us with our money situation because we're running a little we're running a little tight on cash right now. Which it happens, but really we're lacking food here. We can probably build another builder and have a farm here. We can put
The purpose of education. Every man should make it.
we can actually get the cows. We can get those cows, get food from there. What am I missing so I can build the celestial navigation? 3 turns we can build docks. I'm like, I know I'm missing something obvious, but you know, it happens. All right, so let's build a granary here. Just get some more food going. Hold on, actually take that back. Can we build a builder here? We can. It's only take 8 turns. We'll do that. Oh, some barbarians have decided to show up in my town and destroy my fishing boats. That's not ideal, but right now we can't really do much to stop them. Well, Spain has decided to enter the picture. They've probably been there this entire time, but we've just now actually seen, like, visited them and actually met them. So that kind of makes some sense. Alrighty, where do we want to go, or what do we want to do next? Look at that, we stole rifling. Alright, let's go ahead and steal steam power. Why not? Because the more we do this, the more free research we get, which is awesome. So far, we're going to be about 200 turns for the first one. I figure that's probably about normal. I think we'll be able to do about 200 turns per stream. I figure that'd be a good one to kind of shoot for. Let's go for a workshop here and just try to get a little more production going. Get some more engineering bonuses there. Need to upgrade my spy again because that was actually really useful. Gunpowder has been considerably increased here. You know what? Let's 2 turns for a builder, then we'll build our university there. No, this guy's gonna do a harbor. It's gonna get a +2 there. Yes, please. Let's go ahead and get rid of those barbarians. And that guy's just, we can't upgrade him yet. Let's get 5 more turns and hopefully we'll have some more technology stolen from him. That should be 1 more turn there. Move those guys there so we can get some farms going. Let's go and get a university. Let's go ahead and send an envoy to Seoul. Holy cow, they already have 4 or 7 people there. So essentially what happens is if you have the most envoys in the city, you become the Caesarian. The Caesarian you actually get bonuses for. Like this one you actually get... when you enter a new era, you earn 1 Eureka moment. You also get... You get to see 3 tiles around their city. They followed me in War and Peace. So you see how they when they attacked me last time, it was... Oh, I didn't know the builders can actually improve their tiles. I didn't know that. They can pay gold to temporarily take over the controls of the city-state's military. You can gain ownership of all the city's resources, which actually is really nice. But I think we can do 2 farms here. We can do probably that one up here, which is a plantation over spices. I don't know if that'll give us food or not, but I know we can get one for a pasture over here. So that'll help pair us with some more food. That'll be kind of nice. Farm there. Put a farm here once next turn comes up. What concerns me though is that if they're that far ahead in this stuff, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Unless I just don't have the research. Like I don't have the campuses. I'm kind of worried about it kind of expanding a little bit. I don't know. I might just be doing this totally wrong. Just do a farm there. How many turns we got here? So this should be the upgrade now. A unit needs ore. I'll build the salt mine there. Build the gypsum mine over here. Probably do some more farms as well. There we go. We've got the steam power technology. We just got the eureka moment for it. I should say that. Let's actually upgrade this guy to be... Oh, it's a different one this time. So we can use siphon funds as if level 2 or if 2 levels more experienced. Disrupt rocketry and seduction, which is counter spy as okay. Let's do con artist because that'll help us a little bit. Enter the Renaissance era. Nice.
People can have the Model T in.
Let's go ahead and ooh, the scientific theory. It's not ideal, but all right. I mean, they're way farther than I thought they were ahead of us. Let's go ahead and get that going here. Alrighty, we finally got a university, which I should have had that a while ago, but fair enough. Let's get a military engineer. I'll explain why here in a second. While we get these guys built, let's get these guys over here to get some more farms. These guys could probably use another builder as well once we get the campus built over here. Move there, and we'll build a farm. Build some place there. I don't know if that provides food or not. Let's see if it does. It does. It actually provides 4 food. Awesome. That'll help us quite a bit. Let's get those guys over to that pasture now. The reason I want to build engineers is that one of the things we have to do is actually build fortifications or forts that actually will boost one of the technologies, as to which one I don't remember. So that'll help us quite a bit. I'm also going to get Bordeaux, a road up to it, so that'll help us quite a bit. And we've got industrialization. Awesome. So let's go ahead. We cannot build forts yet. Right. That kind of sucks. Do we want to build the terracotta army? We can only build it there. We really don't want to do that. So never mind. Let's go ahead and just build maybe another settler. We'll start settling more. Maybe we'll do what the British did and start settling right along their border. Let me put one right there so we get some more niter. That would help us quite a bit. This wouldn't be bad. I think I want to save that for La Rochelle, though. In that case, let's go ahead and do that. Put a farm up there. These military engineers, I'm just going to pull them out here and tell them to sleep so we can figure out why we can't build forts yet. Let's also... Ooh, 6 turns of border growth. Let's just go ahead and do that. And tell my builders to go there. Unfortunately, right now, we're actually losing money, which is not ideal. Let's see here. We could do a commercial hub up here. Wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Let's do that. Get a little bit more money coming in here. Put a pasture there. Put an iron mine there. So now Paris should be growing relatively good, and we have enough for I think 12 people. So that'll help us quite a bit. That guy out there, we'll go ahead and upgrade one of theirs because he's got an extra spot there. But I'm thinking maybe right.
So a bank that said 24-hour banking.
Got the banking stuff done. Now that's kind of nice. I think right here might not be a bad place to put a new town. So let's go ahead and do that. What kind of research can we do now? Not really cared about astronomy. Let's see what we need, though. That does help us with Oxford. I think it's already probably. If I had to guess, something's already built Oxford. This is actually one I really like to have, but it takes forever to get for some reason. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get gun. Well, you know what? Let's try to see if we can get maybe the scientific theory and something like that going. It's like, I guess we can build the Terracotta Army, but we don't have the places to put it. There we go. Let's go get some builders going here. Oh, darn. Not ideal to have our person die. Fair. Ooh, they're moving people around. I don't like that. I mean, to be fair, we were spying on them. However, we were only just taking technology. Maybe a little iffy, but... builder. Where are we going to send this builder to? I mean, Bordeaux really could use some help. That's 10 turns to get him up there, though. Ah, let's build a spy, because we can. Because we're going to need him. Let's do that. Well, seems like this game's going slower. As to why, I'm not really sure, but maybe it is. Choose production. Oh, over here. Cool. We actually have our dock done, finally. Let's go ahead and build a lighthouse that gives us a little bit more money from that. The British are moving a lot of troops, and I'm a little nervous about that. We know what happened last time, because they decided they didn't like us. We are getting our diplomatic service in, so that'd be kind of nice. Get our next city built, Bologna. Make great Kentucky round steaks there. If you don't know what that is just bologna. Monument. We'll do a monument there. Actually, a builder would not be bad for that area, just to kind of help start that. Because two of the slots there are literally just mountains that we can't do anything with. That is unfortunate. So they do the same thing that they do the same thing I just did, and they don't like it. Just a little annoyed about that, but all right.
Astronomy is much more fun.
Alrighty, so we're going to work on the enlightenment theory, or the scientific theory now. So that'd be kind of nice to have. So I guess really the scientific theory is not that far ahead of where I'm at right now, so it's not terrible. And do these guys have a research place here in Bristol? They do. Let's go ahead and send them to Bristol. Farm placement. We build another trader. Might as well build a trader. We can send him up to Bologna. We'll also get a builder to go up there too. That won't be too long. Oh, they're giving us horses. Awesome. Don't really need horses right now, but they do help a little bit. And right now that, what was I going to say? Oh, I thought I had it again and I lost it. Wow, that is pretty impressive. Alright, let's go ahead and head to Bologna. Let's get that going there. That's not even... Oh, that is my new trader. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. You go down to, like, Porcaval, or whatever you want to call that. Let's see here. Builder for Bologna. We're starting to get on the right track. We're getting quite a bit of money going. I think we're going to be okay. I think. Whether that's true or not, I could just be talking out my butt, but I could be wrong. Let's see here. Do we actually want to go get ships now? Maybe get 2 ships going. This also gives me some bonuses if I build the shipyard first. So let's do that first. Builder's done. Send him up to Bologna. What do I need? I need 10 more people. So 14 turns I'll be able to do that. Let's go ahead and do the campus research grants. Hopefully we can get some scientists. Or do we want to go engineering? Engineering would not be bad, but I don't think I have an. I don't have the workshop here. Maybe I do. I just don't see it. Build a farm here. Let's go ahead and build. I got 3 more builds. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Actually, you know what? We wanted to build the niter mine if we can. So let's see if we can purchase. That's a 130 and that's 195. It's a little expensive, I know, but we do have that niter now. So essentially what happens is like, if let's say I want to build a rifleman or a musket man. I actually need,
Times have changed.
if I'm wanting to, oh, I got that research done. Oh, I can build my chateau. Awesome. I essentially had to build my musketmen here because that's the only place that actually has the niter. But if I have 2 pieces of niter, I can build them anywhere. So having 3 of them, I can actually sell some of that niter, and as well as I can actually train units anywhere then. So that'll actually help us quite a bit. So he still has 2 build possibilities, so we can do 1 here. So I want to keep this town growing too. It's not like it's, you know, still pretty high on my priority list. Can I actually have 2 spies now? Let's do it. Because why not? You know, it's one of those things like, hey, if we can, let's just go for some spies. We've got a commercial hub. Can we build a campus here? Ooh, yes we can. It gives me a +3 bonus there. Awesome. We're actually on turn 204. I didn't mean to go this far. Games like this, I can be like, oh, cool. Let's just go as fast as we can. Let's see how much we can do. Maybe we need to pump the brakes a little bit. So I'm actually going to hit save the game here, guys. It's about a quarter till. I usually wrap up about 4 o'clock. I think this stream had a few glitches in it. I think we had some issues with the bit rate and the freezing a little bit. Maybe. Well, I'm not quite sure. But let me go ahead and pop out to the main screen here, guys. Well, guys, thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I know the stream's a little bit different. You know, it's been kind of a little, not rusty, but it just took me a little bit to get back into things. And hopefully next stream will be a little bit better. It's going to be a little bit shorter, though. I do have something that I have to do right at 4 o'clock, so I'll leave about 3:30. And unfortunately, we won't be starting until about 1:30. So next week, or on Friday's stream, it's going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but by about an hour. It kind of stinks, but unfortunately, it does happen. But guys, thanks for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you guys are new here and wanting to support the channel, the best way you can do that is actually just leaving a follow here on the channel. We're up to 66 followers. We only need 9 more to get to our 75 goal. Trying to get that before August, which we still have about, what, 2 months, give or take? We're trying to do the beginning of August. It's about not quite 2 months. Probably right around in there, though. If you are new here, I do stream 2 times a week, every Wednesday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But next week, or on Fridays, will be a little different. It's going to be 1:30 to 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, so about 2 hours. But we will be able to stream then. And guys, thanks for being patient as well. I had some computer issues and kind of vented a little bit of that today, so hopefully you guys understand that. And I think it's pretty common for it to happen. I should also turn the game music off because it's a little loud, but that is okay. Now, if you guys are curious about any more of my content, you can always go check out my YouTube channel. That actually has all the stuff uploaded onto it, which I believe should be caught up to where we were. I'll double check that later on today, just to make sure that all of our previous streams are on there. I think all the Evil Geniuses are on there. All the all Evil Genius, pretty much every game I've played so far, which I've been streaming not quite a year and a half now. We're getting close. I think a year and a half in August. So yeah, it'd be a great one to see. But guys, thanks for joining me again today. I will see you guys back here at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. But until then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great Thursday, and I'll see you guys back again here on Friday. Take care, everyone.